Hello, good morning, class 8 student. I hope you all are taking care of your health and maintaining your personal hygiene. Okay, so before going to start video lesson, this is the fourth video lesson of chapter 5. But before going to start it, I am here for clarifying your doubts as I asked your doubts in the Google form. So, some of the doubts I have, and the first one is that public smoking, if the person smoke publicly and another person get this smoke, okay, so is it harmful? Yes, of course the smoke is harmful for that person also and for to the other person also, okay. But actually at the same time the person is not hospitalized or something like that. It is not an emergency because our immune system work, and system is different from person to person. So but the smoke is, yes, harmful for everyone. Then another doubt, it is about that the answers, yes, that question answers, most of the students are making question answers, so I really appreciate to them. And another thing I want to tell you, that some of the students are actually that they have a good presence of mind, or that I can say sense of humor, so that they found when I have given snapshot of the chapter 1 pages. So the students found the marked answers, and that's really nice. This is called presence of mind. But some students even not have seen it. So how they will find out the answers? And that's how they are worrying about the answer that ma'am is not providing. It's all the answers are there in the book. But now this time I'm again giving snapshots of the book, okay, and in which I have darkened the marked answers, okay, and even I have written also that this is G5, it means give reasons, or that short answers, or whatever the answers these are, okay. So I'm again giving snapshots to you so that you will write answers, okay. Then another thing, that in some of the questions that HOTS is written in the side of them, okay. So it's don't worry about, don't write answers to this question, okay. These are actually high order thinking skill questions, and which we are going to discuss in the class itself, so don't worry about them. So now I want to tell you that there would be no doubts about question answers, because this time I have darkened all the marked answers, okay, and all the answers are there in the book itself. So just check once more the snapshots, okay, and write all the answers in your notebook, okay. So now let us start the video lesson. And one more thing, don't trouble your parents. And again, if you're having any doubt, then write your doubts in the Google form, okay. Then the link which is provided to you, okay. So let us start the video lesson. Hello, good morning, class 8 student. This is chapter 5, health and hygiene, and I hope you all are picking first topic. So first topic is first aid. First aid is what? That it is an immediate aid or immediate help given to an injured person before the doctor arrive, before the medical help, or before the arrival, before medical arrival, okay. So here, that first aid, why it is really critical, because it it makes us to prevent the condition to being worse, okay. And also that first aid support is very critical in cases of accidents, cut, head injury, bruises, burns, fractures. So the type of first aid depends upon the nature of the injury, means that severity of the injury. So see that what to be needed. So first aid, it means that we should have first aid kit at our home, and in which all the emergency item or all the needed items should be there, like antiseptics, antibiotics, ointments, and balm, and thermometer, um, tablets, okay, and antibiotic tablet, and bandages, okay, scissors, pair of scissors. So all these are needed, and always keep these things in a particular box so that you are not going to rush or that so panic that where is this item or that particular item. So keep all these things in a particular kit or box, okay. So depending on the severity, as I told you, that there are different or nature of the injury, first aid support is there. Okay, here we are going to discuss medical emergency in different cases as first aid for burns. So burns, it depends upon the nature of, or we can say severity of burns. If it is about less damaging, then we can say it is first degree, and if it is more damaging, then we can say it is third degree. So depending upon the severity of burns, it can be divided into three categories: first degree burns, second degree burns, and third degree burns. You may have an idea by seeing this picture. Okay, first, second, third degree. See the picture. Okay, and one more thing, that this is a actually a segment of a skin, and this skin has three layers. The first one is called epidermis, the second one is called dermis, and the third one, that is called hypodermis. Okay, so these are three layers. Epidermis is the uppermost layer. Okay, and the second layer is dermal, where some glands are present. Okay, and hypodermis, which has nerve cells. Okay, that the root of nerve cells and blood vessels all are there. So I'm going to explain about the different degrees of burns. Let us start with the first degree burn. So in the first degree burn, what that it is a not so damaging. It is a type of burns in which it is caused by strong sunlight and skin becomes red. Here you can see that the skin becomes red, and also that painful also, and also that the skin becomes sensitive to touch. Like you didn't accidentally touch a hot object, but which is not so hot, but which gives a reddishness on your skin. Okay, so what to do in such cases? Now wash the affected area with cold water, and also apply an antiseptic cream to reduce inflammation. If it is there, inflammation is there, then you can apply an antiseptic cream so that the further infection can be prevented. And one more thing, that such type of first degree burns, I can say, so such type of burns do not have blisters or do not damages nerves. It is about the only about epidermis, so which gets reddish after burn. Then the next one is that second degree burn. So second degree burns are what type? That it is caused by maybe that hot liquid, or maybe it's cause of that steam, or maybe that by touching the hot object. So in such cases, that epidermis and dermis get affected. That involves the top layers of the skin, epidermis and dermis. And in such cases, that the skin becomes reddish. Okay, and blisters. You can see these blisters. This is not water, actually these are blisters. So blisters are seen sometimes and become so red and painful also. And what to do? So apply an antiseptic cream to the blisters with the help of cotton. But before going to do this, you have to apply water, okay, and then antiseptic cream. And also you can cover the area with non-sticky bandage and do not being so tight over the blisters. And if the blisters burst, then clean the water by uh, dry cotton. Okay, so this is about second degree burn. Then the third degree burn, it is that full thickness burns, and in such type of, because this is so severe type of burns, so in these cases the skin and underlying fat get charred, nerves damages, which is not damaged in the previous two, not in first and not in the second one. And such burns are caused by high electric voltage, or it can be by fire itself, or it can be by corrosive chemicals. So what to do in such cases? That cover the burnt area with a dry and germ free dressing and take the patient immediately to the doctor. Generally, if it is so severe, if it is about so severe damage, so epidermis and dermis leaving no residual epidermal cells to repopulate, and that's why skin grafting is suggested by doctors. Whether this is about doctor, that what they suggest, but what we have to do, So we have to cover that affected area and germ-free dressing and take the patient immediately to the doctor. So these are about burns. Now another cases is that first aid for bleeding. So in such cases, bleeding can be a minor type and it can be of major type. It is about simple type cut or scraps, or it can be like more bleeding, okay, or deep cuts. So let us see the procedure or the first aid which we can give to the person. So stop the bleeding, and how to stop? Just apply pressure onto that particular affected area where there is bleeding, okay, and clean the wound with cold water, and also apply an antibacterial over it and cover the wound, okay, cover the wound with adhesive bandage or sterile gauze, gauze, okay. So this is how that for minor cuts such first aid should be given to the person. If it is about deep cut, then what to do? You can do one thing. So first of all, that if it is about that something which is a very sharp, okay, and which is introduced into the to the person's body, like hands or somewhere else, so try to remove it very gently, very carefully. If it is in your hand, if you can do it, okay, so do it very carefully and very gently. If it is not, then reach to doctor. Then um, then the wash it with the cold water, and then direct pressure, apply pressure so that it will stop excessive bleeding, and then elevate that particular place above heart level so that the most of the blood will not flow out, okay. And also that apply pressure bandage, okay. Just wrap the bandage over it so that the excessive bleeding can be stopped, okay. So this is how the help can be given to the person. And it can be a nose bleeding also. So there is a different scenario for nose bleeding. If a nose bleeding happens, then pinch the soft part of the nose and tilt the head slightly forward. So what to do? Tilt the head forward, not backward, okay. Tilt the head forward and pinch nose, okay. So it will stop the blood flowing. So there are different tips here, 12 tips for nose bleeding. So first, which is the most important one, is that lean the person's head forward and pinch nose, okay. Take breathe from the mouth, and also that apply ice over the nose. And these are all 12. And one more thing, that do not take medicines like aspirin and ibuprofen, okay. And do not put your finger into the nose, okay. So these are some tips which has to be we can help to that injured person, or that the one who is having nose bleeding, okay. Then the last case is about in case of fracture. So what do you mean by fracture? Fracture is a crack or break in bone, okay. So what to do? That to prevent the movement of injured part, wrap a sling. That this is how the sling has to be wrapped, okay. Wrap a sling. um, a sling is what? A band of cloth used to support a broken bone. You can also put a splint in it, okay. Splint, this one, okay. You can also use splint and then sling it over, and then keep the person as still as it is possible, okay. So this is how you can help, or you can first aid to the affected or to the panic person. In case of broken bone in the neck or back, then what to do? Make the person stay as still as it is possible, and till the medical help arrives. This is how you can help to the needy one. Before saying have a nice day, I'm going to clarify your doubt.